Good afternoon, my fellow patriots. Welcome to another segment of Walking on the Ryerson Station State Park Warpath. And yes, the title of this is Charlie Daniels Fights the UN Takeover of America. Basically, well, before I get into the discussion about what the blog's about, let me get into the first part. Terry Ronzio, walking for the troops, has now, well, after today's great 10-mile march on the Ryerson Station State Park Warpath, I will be at 8,511 miles. No citizen in the history of the world has walked this far for the love of their country and the honor of their troops and veterans who have fought and died for this great country, the Castle Freedom, the United States of America. Very proud of my journey. It's the best idea of my life. I'm basically a regular Johnny Appleseed for patriotism. Every time someone sees me on the trail, on the highways, on the byways, on the back roads, on the front roads, on the city streets, wherever they see me, a man with a flag is the most patriotic thing you'd ever want to see. I know, I just know, because I know I'm dying to see a guy just like me. Someday I will see a man or a woman walking down the road with the flag, and I always say it's 98% of the time when the people stop to talk, they're usually our greatest patriots, who are our veterans and our soldiers. I can say, hey, you're a veteran, if they're older, or I can say, hey, you're a soldier, and they like, how do you know, man? I said, because our 98% of the time, that's who stops to talk to me. Because if you're a veteran, I call you guys the guardian angels of our society, because even though you're out of the service, you're still watching out for us. And if you're a soldier, you're an on-duty guardian angel, and we owe it to you guys while you're off fighting in foreign lands. Like I said, the title of this video is the UN takeover of this country. Unfortunately, they've already taken over the military, the space program. They're using Obama to basically bring on what they want. It's called the New World Order. But we're going to stop them, my friends. And I've been, ever since 9/11, while you guys are off fighting, like I said, in faraway lands, I owe it to you guys to learn the truth and about what's really going on in the world. And when a veteran on this, I watch TV all day on 9/11. And if it wasn't for this that happened to me about the veterans, our greatest generation, the guy on the East Coast, I was sitting there with my dad, and he said, and they interviewed, it was a veteran from World War II, and he said, someone fell asleep at the switch. And I looked at my dad and I smiled, and I'm like, Dad, I haven't heard that saying for a while. And my dad said, yeah, son, but that's what really happened. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So later on in the day, I was watching it by myself. I watched TV all day that day, and I never watched TV. And they interviewed another guy from World War II, and he was from the West Coast. And if it wasn't for this guy on the West Coast, I would have never woke up. He said the same exact words. Someone fell asleep at the switch. Well, since 9/11, my friends, I was one of those guys that would could tell you who's going to win the Super Bowl, who's going to win this week in baseball, football, basketball. It was a sporto, man. I used my wisdom I used my researching ability to make money, basically, to bet my friends, you know. So ever since 9/11, I used I was always a amateur historian, so I've always studied history. So now I study history and what the hell happened on 9/11. And these people who run this country, these elite pigs, they're the most treasonous bastards Most of them. I mean, there's a rare exception like Ron Paul. And we have to vote for Ron Paul, by the way, my friends. Because 80% of we owe it to our soldiers. 80% of the soldiers want Ron Paul to be our president. And they don't have a voice. We are their voice. We the people on the home front. That's why I call this walking the warpath. It's always been for the soldiers. For truth, freedom. We owe it to them. If you don't vote for Ron Paul, you're on the wrong side of history, and you may as well just call yourself as much of a traitor as Obama and his czar administration of evil. I'm telling you, my friends, we all throw your party away and vote for Ron Paul, no matter what. Just write him in, and I'm sure he's going to be on the ballot with another political party, but if he's not, write him in. We all can say we voted for Ron Paul. And the system's rigged anyway, so we know it. So, and after this, it's called the Ron Paul Revolution. When it's over, like I said in the video earlier today, and it's a blog on my website, in America, oppression is the cause for succession. If we're oppressed, we basically inherit the right to succeed from this country, because that's what our founding fathers did. And that's what's going to happen, my friends. You're going to see succession happen all over the United States if Ron Paul does not get elected in this election. I guarantee it. But anyways, Behold a Pale Horse is Charlie Daniels' new video that movie he has out about, like I said, the UN takeover of America. Go check it out on my website. The links to how to get his movie or see his movie, and basically it's an interview of Alex Jones interviewing Charlie Daniels. And thank you, Charlie Daniels, and thank you, Alex Jones, for your courage. We all have to reach deep inside ourselves, because the mainstream media is hijacked, and that is their main weapon. We're up against the mainstream media propaganda and lies, but we will be victorious. We have no choice but to be victorious. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Pass my videos to your friends, pass my website to your friends. Check out Charlie Daniels' new movie, and go check out my blog at the end of this video. The link's right at the bottom of this video. Thank you very much. Pass my website to your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video.